Question 13, standard form. So a number in standard form is the first number is between 1 and 10, and then we times it by 10 to a power. Okay, if it's got a negative power, we know the number is a number less than 1. So 6 to 4. Now I'm going to put some zeros in front of this because I know that I've got to move my decimal place, which is here. I've got to move it 5 places to make the number smaller. So I've got to move the decimal place this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to go here. So my answer, and always write it out again, and write it really clearly, showing exactly where the decimal place is. I can just check that if I move a decimal place forward 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it gets back to 6.24. Okay, write this number, this huge number here, in standard form. Well, the first thing I do is I make my first number between 1 and 10. The decimal point needs to go after the 3. I now need to ask myself, well, the decimal point was here in front of the 0. How many places did I move it to get it in front of the 3? Well, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. So I times it by 10 11 times. Every time I move times by 10, I move the decimal place once to the right to make it bigger. So if I just explain that a little bit more in detail, I'm just going to put some noughts down here. I'm just going to convert this back. So it was here. I'm going to times by 10 once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 zeros, which is the same as here, so I know I'm right. So this is my answer. Okay, so that's just your standard question. So we've got 2 more of those, very similar. So just do these a bit quicker. So 8.6, I'm going to put some zeros in front of it because I've got a positive power. I've got 7 is my power. So I'm going to move it, it was here, I'm going to move it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let me just put that down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So my answer is this here. Okay, write this in standard form. Well, my first number has to be between 1 and 10. And I've got to work out how many times do I move the decimal place. Well, to get the decimal place to be in front of the 4, I'm moving it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. But it'll be a negative power because my number is a tiny number less than 1. Negative powers for numbers less than 1. Positive powers for numbers greater than 1. Okay, now we're coming on to a division question without a calculator. So this is non-calculator. And the first step I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my numbers. So I'm looking at what's 81 divided by 9. Well, I know 81 divided by 9 is 9. So 8.1 divided by 9 will be 10 times smaller, because 8.81 divided by 10 is 8.1. Now I'm going to look at my powers. So I've got to the power of 15 and I'm dividing it by the power of 5. Now when I'm dividing powers, I take the powers away. 15 take away 5 is 10. So my answer now becomes, my number was 0.9, 8.1 divided by 9, and my power is 10 to the power of 10. Now you ask yourself, is this in standard form? No, it's not, because my first number has to be between 1 and 10. So I'm going to change this to 0.9 is 9 times 10 to the minus 1, putting that into standard form. And 9, I'm now going to add my powers, and this is my final answer. So I'll just go through that again. My answer here is not in standard form. My first number has to be between 1 and 10, and this is not, this is less than 1. So change it to standard form. So the 0.9, this 0.9 is the same as this. So now I'm going to multiply my indices together. When I multiply my indices, I add the powers. Minus 1 add 10 is 9.